Pisces, welcome to the Glowing Cat. 3-card tarot in this reading for the sign of Pisces, or you if you're drawn to it, whatever your star sign is. Okay, we are using a rather strange Turkish version of the Rider-Waite, which I thoroughly enjoy using. The shuffle is done, the cards have been laid out. Let's turn over the first card for the sign of Pisces. Oh, now, this does not look good, does it? But the good news here is, once this has happened, the only way is up. And this is recent past, Pisces. So whatever you've gone through, and it doesn't look good, I'm sorry to say, but whatever you've gone through it. And everything is going forward from here. This is very different to the Eight of Swords, where the character can easily kind of walk away and carry on in any way she wants to do. This character has had it stabbed 10 times in the back. And so whatever's happened there, Pisces, it hasn't been good. And it's come from an unlikely source. It's come from someone you thought was supporting you. So very kind of baffling experience that. There is some gold in the sky here, but it's kind of gold behind bars, if you like, rather than solid gold bars. So what can you do to get those bars away? How can you actually go forward from that time and from whatever's happened? Well, part of the answer to that is you've come forward from it slightly already, because although this is the first card in the reading, this is kind of recent past, really. When we get to this one, we'll see what the heart of the matter is. And I can't imagine this one's going to be any grimmer than this one. So it's got to be good news somewhere. Long dark night of the soul. That's the bottom line here. When people mistreat us, or when life seems to mistreat us, when things go horribly wrong, the only way is up. But it's not easy to see that, because we go into the long dark night of the soul, and it's kind of incomprehensible why anybody would want to do this, or why life would serve us up with such a crazy situation. We all come to this world with a plan. We all come to this life with something that we've got to do, some kind of mission in our life, whether that's actually involving other people or something we've got to do by ourselves. That's something that's, the individual's kind of got to decide. But the path always reveals itself, because we sign up to it before we come to this life. So it's a fact of life, whatever's happened here. Maybe it's 10 facts of life coming together. There's certainly a lot come together in whatever's laid this character low. But there's a lot to go forward for, because after this, we start discovering what our mission is, and we start getting somewhere with it. And quite honestly, the only way is up. That is an absolute fact with this card. So let's move on to card number 2 and see what is the heart of the matter here. 3 of Wands. Now, the fact that it's a Wands card means that things are happening. Things are actually on the production line of life, if you will. This character, dressed in red, is really seriously going places. This one, see, has got some red on, even though he's been stabbed into the ground in the back. He has actually got some red on, so he's going somewhere. And, red is a great colour of progress. It's also the colour of fears around money, safety, security in the root chakra, in the base chakra. But we know we can transmute any kind of fears, worries, things like that, by just doing a chakra cleansing meditation, which really is all about just seeing the chakras as their true colour, as bright, beautiful and absolutely clean. And that has the effect of cleansing them, Intent is absolutely everything. So we've got a much shinier red here. I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Oh dear, right, one day I'll learn to edit, but I haven't yet. Okay, this character probably hasn't learned to edit, because what's happening here is quite a temporary phase. This character is looking at the 3 ships in the sea there and wondering, what is actually on board the ships, what is happening, what is coming to him, because those are his ships and they are coming in for him. Now, they're in a sea of gold because he has actually done more than enough work to kind of lay the foundations for what's coming in. So it's already decided, somewhere out there in the universe, it's already been decided what's going to happen to all of us tomorrow. We just don't know, because we haven't actually seen that happening yet, because we're subject to time. And this character is subject to time. But things are happening, because it's a wand card and there are leaves on the wand. It's number 3, so it's early in the journey towards success, but there is already success indicated. It's a golden sky, a much happier sky than we saw here, and a lot of positivity in this card. It's just that this character probably isn't feeling positive. This character is really quite apprehensive, but he's turned away. He's looking towards the sea and the ships coming in rather than turning around and looking forward, which is the thing to do, really. You know, look forward is really where it's at, because we're all going forward, especially in time. There's no going back in time. I don't think that machine has ever been really invented outside of the film industry, so might as well think positive. Focus on the Orgonite pyramid here, which is, you know, it's a man-made stone, but it's perhaps woman-made stone, but it's a thing of beauty, and it is full of positivity. You know, it gives a nice air of positivity to this room, and I hope, my friends, it gives that air of positivity to this reading as well. So thinking positive is what it's all about here. It's probably a bit too much to ask people to think positive when the Ten of Swords is actually in play, Pisces. But this is something that you guys have actually moved forward from by the time this reading comes into play. And certainly by the time we get this card at the heart of the matter, number 3 of Wands there. So I wonder what is coming for an outcome card, and we can find out by just turning it over there. Right, much more positive. It's the 6 of Wands. It actually looks rather like it's the Knight of Wands, doesn't it? But it's the 6, and so we've kind of doubled our money, or doubled whatever our resources were at this point. The ships have come in and it's all happening. Now there's a feeling of celebration around this character, actually, because 2 of the wands, actually he's only holding 1 of the wands. All the other ones are being held by other people around the scene. So this is people coming together and people wanting to cheer you on, because you're actually having some success at this point, Pisces, and this is you in the next, I don't know how long, it's so hard to say, but in the immediate future, this is where things are headed, because those ships come in and they've actually got on board them the fruits of all the labours that you put in, whatever you spent of your own energy or of your own money trying to make things happen, is coming to fruition. And we've got these laurel leaves here, 1 on the wand and 1 on the actual character on the horse, who looks so much like a knight. And the laurel wreath is a real symbol of achievement, so things have been achieved. But the horse is standing still but ready to go rushing forward, because there's a lot more to do, a lot more to happen, and a lot more positivity. That's what this is really about, okay? It's the 8 of Wands where things are really kind of flying inexorably towards success. But look, you're nearly there, Pisces. That's the thing, and you are actually on the way to manifesting, I'm going to say, your heart's desire. That's going to be true in matters of love. But, you know, I mean your heart's desire in just about every possible sense, because there's so much good that could come at this point. And it looks as if it's actually starting to come here. But here, there's so much more that can come in the future, you know. So the only way is up. We've got red in every stage of this reading. In here, we've got red. Here, we've got red. And here, again, kind of an orangey red kind of a cloak there. Red boots on. Everything's covered in red. Even the laurel wreath has got a red ribbon on it. So it's forward motion. It's forward progress. It's really, really getting things happen. So I guess the main point of this reading, Pisces, is to get you guys to sort of think as positively as you can. Really not easy at the present time, because so much in our world is uncertain. I'm doing this in May of 2020, but you know, best time to look at this reading or listen to the words, as it were, is right now, whenever that is, if that's in the future, whatever, because we are drawn together on YouTube or anywhere on the internet, and as you've been drawn to look at this reading, then so it's for you at whatever time you're drawn to look at it. Okay, so you know, do subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm going to wrap it up just about here. Tap the bell so you don't miss anything, but do take a look at all the readings on my channel. They're getting on for 700 videos on there, and most of them are actually readings. So if you're drawn to a reading, it is for you. Check them out. Whatever you do, just have a look through there and see what catches your eye. Give me a thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed this one. Leave me a comment as well, guys. It's great to share the journey and sort of zero into who I'm actually doing these readings for. And I'll be along soon with more readings. Keep it real. Keep it with the glowing cat. Peace.